Hi, Marty. Hi, Carol. I thought I'd send a video. I made some progress. May not seem huge, but it feels huge because it took me a while, like I said in that last email, to figure out a what seems like minor thing. But I apologize if I sound funny. My allergies are just giving me fits lately. Um, anyway, I thought I would go ahead and send this to you because I go back to work tomorrow and it'd give you some time. I know you're not back till the 7th, so this can wait till then. It's not hugely important. I still have stuff that I need to do, but I wanted to start getting your feedback as soon as you have time to give it. So I had to change the menu because okay, and here's what I need help with. I need help with wording, so Carol, help um, with what to call this. So maybe I should start on this was Meet the Knot Tyers. I was having trouble with this all fitting on one line. I know it looks like there's a lot of space right over here, which there is. I just have to play around with it, and so I kind of went for the quickest answer first. And then we can go from there. But anyway, so I need you to just give feedback like, is this too large? Seems large to me, but I don't know. I'm on my laptop, so maybe not. Seems like either we need a different background behind this or maybe just some space here. So, so I did get, and this is what took forever for me to dig in the code and figure out how to do the phone number and email address here. I have a little bit of concern about the email address being on this page open like this because I don't want the spider bots, those programs that kind of skim through websites and grab off email addresses and then start sending spam mail. Um, I don't want that to happen to everybody, but I also see the value in having it right here on this page so that couples or brides can just immediately grab that information and contact everyone more easily. So, I mean, that's up to you whether you want to do that, or we can hide this and I can put like a contact form on the bio here or on the minister's page, and and we can then that way hide the email address, but we could just wait and see if it becomes a problem for everyone, and they can, then we can address that. I mean, I guess just think about it and see what you think on this. So here's where I need help with wording. Like this technically is the button that would, like add it to the cart or add it to the list of ministers that the bride wants to have contact them. So I can't remember, and I apologize. I haven't gone and dug through all my emails to see what you said to call this. So I'm not thrilled with the placement. We can move that around. But anyway, um, so I guess I need feedback on that. Is this a good location? So we move it down here. Should we? I think I have a setting where I can put it underneath here, but I'm not 100% sure on that. That might take a lot of work. It's so funny how the smallest things take the most work sometimes. So anyway, I've completed and I've put in the information for you, Marty and Carol, so you can take a closer look here and give me feedback on this. Um, I put the professional bio here with another option. And this, I need to hide this. So like these little things, feel free to send me because this is oriented towards products. So I'm having to make it work for what we need. And so it involves a lot of hiding and a lot of changing names and such like that. Like this, I really need to change this URL right here, but it gets involved doing that sort of thing. I'm still looking into it to do it quickly, and I just kind of wanted to make sure you had enough to go over with the guys on the 25th. So I'm kind of, like skipping over some of these smaller details just so I can get the functionality in place. And I was thinking since we do have what's essentially a product gallery, this would be a nice place to put all the little love notes images that were on the love notes page prior, because ultimately the minister's picture is set as the primary image, so that's what shows up everywhere. So this is the professional bio, and if you scroll down, here's the contact information again, and then the personal bio. So like I was saying, we could hide this and I could create a contact form for each minister, and then it would go direct to that email address and only that email address if you want to do it that way. So, and then the personal bio. And then here's another question. So there's reviews, and here's where people, the brides or the couples will leave reviews in the future. And obviously, some of this is a little small. Um, so we need to go through it. I started going through and making everything larger, and then I wondered if this font was clear enough, and I wondered if we may need to change to a different font. And if I do that, that means that this font size is 17. That'll be huge in some of the other font styles. So another question there. And so anyway, back to the reviews. So, okay, I added a tab called Love Notes, which is what it was called on your current site, right? And it's essentially testimonials along with videos, well, and pictures. But I've moved the pictures to where they're, more prominently displayed because people love pictures. And I wanted the videos to be in there, but I can't do that without purchasing a plugin. So that is an option, but it would require an expense. And obviously, look, my image tag needs, it says YOUNKIN MARTY new. So obviously that's another tiny detail that we'll have to clean up as we go along. But so anyway, so my question is, I can go in and add these reviews here as reviews. I could put these love notes as reviews on this page here because there is an option where I can manually add reviews on the back end and they don't have to come in through this process. So do you want me to move all these over to the reviews tab, which of course makes the most sense, and then make this be like, say, videos maybe? And since I can't put videos in with the pictures without a plug-in purchase. So I guess let me know what you think on that. So then I have, like I said, I have Marty yours done and Carol, so you can both look at those and see if I would do the same thing for all the guys, but I didn't want to get too deep into it if I'm moving things or changing things around. So again, like if you do the contact me here, it does add it. See, here's another little space or place where it says cart. And so I need a word to call that. Instead of cart, what do we call it? So right now there's a button at the top called requests. And as you can see, it needs some work on the hover, but it is the cart. So if I go to requests, I've already been in here adding and testing, and I didn't know what else to call it, so I need help. What do I call this? I've just been thinking about it too much. And so then it just lists everybody's name and the picture, and you can take them off here. I could put a title up here, remove, request, or I don't really know what else to add to this page. And then I go to proceed to request information. So basically it's a review page. So I don't know if that would be sufficient maybe. Um, Probably need to hide this request. Returning customer clicked here to log in. I'm undecided as to whether to hide that and add a login under, I don't know, one of these, or have another menu item called login, because the bride will need to log in and so will the officiant or the minister. So that's something I'm still working out. But right now this is called billing details, and maybe you want it to be called something else. I thought maybe you leave it as billing details, because this is what could be used to, later send that billing information to the bride. And it looks like I need to do, like over here, I have like groom name or whatever. I thought that was going to default on this, but apparently my template needs some help. So obviously I'll have to fix that. Oh, I see. This is address. Anyway. As you can see, there's stuff to clean up here. I just wanted to kind of give you a overview, or a quick overview, so that if you did start looking at it and sending me feedback, that would be great. So obviously if they don't have an account, they can create an account and choose their password. And And then over here, they would enter in all of those questions that you had on the contact screen. So bride name, groom name, all of these things, your rehearsal date options. Um, and then once they have it completely filled out, and of course, this is another thing we may want to leave about the privacy policy and the privacy, you can click here to go review it more closely, but or to read it. So once they click send request, then it would send an email to whoever's in that list individually. And of course, we'll need to go over the wording for that email as well. But it's working, it's functional right now. It just needs some cleanup and some naming and some better wording choices, and this part of it is looking pretty good. So I guess send me what you think on that. And I know this is a long video, so it's going to be hard to keep track of what I'm asking you probably, but as you can see, I have almost everyone in here. I noticed there were 2 new people, and I don't have both of them in here yet. That was more fell into the getting content in here, so I quit syncing up my list, but this little filler picture isn't large enough, so of course his name is being bumped up. I forget the other person, but I'll go back and look at the list. So, and then down here we have the bilingual and of course, this needs a name. Contact me. Like, what is that? I need a better name for that, but something short because this is almost the widest I can get in there without changing the shape of the button. Obviously, this is pretty much oh, actually, I apologize. These both say contact. They all say contact me on this button, which can change, but it would have to be short. But this also can change to something different other than that. But if it's too long, it will bump to 2 lines. I guess that's really not too horrible since these 2 fall at the bottom. Um, so anyway, that's more stuff to give me feedback on. So I guess just start to look at this and sending me lists of things that you notice are wrong because it's more product oriented versus people oriented. Like I said, I know that there's still a lot in there, especially in the emails that go out and all that, but we'll get to those. But so I'd like for this, at least the front end to look good so that when you meet with the guys, you can at least, you know, give them an idea of how this is supposed to work. So I've just been staring at it too long, and I've run out of any good ideas. So I need help. So anyway, that's all I have for the moment, and I'm going to continue on every day, when I get home from work and such. So uh, I guess that's it. I'm going to stop babbling. Thank you. Have a happy new year.